Welcome to DefiWalk, where we show you how to make passive income with your crypto. Today, we're going to be checking out this project called InvestDex, and what this project does is help you manage your DeFi crypto portfolio. So we'll quickly go through a quick overview of some of the features this app has to offer, and then we'll go into depth on how to use them. So the first feature is the Workstation, and what this does is you can add crypto assets to your calendar, and you can keep track of events that are happening within that specific crypto asset. So for example, if Binance has a token burn coming up, you can add it to your calendar, and then it'll notify you when that event is happening. And then if we scroll down further, we also have a portfolio crypto tracker, and what this does is it keeps track of what's inside of your MetaMask wallet and just a quick overview on how much your portfolio went up or down in value. And then if we scroll down further, the next feature is risk strategy. And what this does is you can add, say, Bitcoin, and you can give it certain dates. And if there's a certain price target it hits, it'll notify you on when to buy it or sell it, or if you're in profit. So it's a pretty neat feature. The next feature is a really interesting one, and this is called the Hidden Gem Finder. And basically what it does is it watches for whale accounts to see what cryptos they're purchasing. So if someone purchased like $2 million worth of this token you've never heard of, you can see what's happening, and maybe you're like, that looks interesting, maybe I should buy some of that too. Or you can, make an analysis on whether you should buy that or sell it. And then you can see by the screenshot here that they do have decentralized exchanges built into the app. So you don't have to go to Uniswap, QuickSwap, or PancakeSwap to actually make trades. You can do it all within the app, which I'll give you a demo on how that works here in a second. So to actually launch and use this app, all you got to do is go to the homepage and click Launch App. Once you've launched the app, this is what the dashboard is going to look like. And you can see there's a lot going on, and I'm going to run through you what all of these features are. So the first thing we'll cover is how to use a specific blockchain network. So if you're like an Ethereum person, you're probably going to be using Uniswap. If you're a PancakeSwap user, you'll probably want to click this. And then if you're a QuickSwap / Polygon user, you'll probably want to just click the QuickSwap button. And you can see the sidebar here updates depending on what network you're on. So here you can see trending tokens for the Polygon network, and you can see we have tokens that are trending right now: Pup token, Koval, all of these down here. If we go to the Ethereum one, you can see that these changed, and these are the ones that are trending on the Ethereum blockchain network. The next thing to cover is the spotlight, and here this is, I'm guessing, like a sponsored section for projects that InvestDex wants to just feature and showcase to their users, which you can find in the spotlight section here. And the last thing to cover is this news feed, and this is just going to pull in some popular articles by reputable news crypto brands out there. So you have Bitcoin News, you have Cointelegraph, and a few other guys down here, and you can scroll through these to see kind of what's happening in the crypto world. So in order to actually use this dApp and make some crypto purchases, what we have to do is click on the Pair Explorer for your preferred blockchain or DEX network. Click on Pair Explorer, and you can see here, we can see the price of Matic versus Pcake. If we wanted to change this chart, we can go up here and search for something different. So let's say we wanted to see the Matic versus ETH price, and it's going to take a second here, and you can see that the price chart is now updated, and we can see how Matic is doing against Ethereum over here. If you actually want to buy or sell the crypto, all you do is click the buy button, and you can see a QuickSwap embed is going to show up here. And you can see we can actually start trading some crypto. So on the Polygon network, I do have 18 Matic sitting around. And let's just say I wanted to trade that in for more USDC. All I would do is click this button, click USDC. And let's say I wanted to do 15 of these over for USDC. I would just click swap, confirm, and let the transaction go through. And this is going to be just like using QuickSwap on the regular website. All of these transactions, they're not going through InvestDex. This is just an embed, and it's as if you're on the QuickSwap website. It just slides in on the side here. So there's no security issues when actually using the InvestDex app. So I do like how they give you this one interface with all of these features. And speaking of these features, some other things you can see here is some stats about this liquidity pair here. You can see like how much ETH there are, how much Matic, and what the pool size is. You can add this pair to your favorites, which will add to your dashboard, and we'll check that out in a sec here. And then you can also add alerts if maybe the price goes up or down to a specific price target you had. It'll notify you via Telegram. And then if we scroll down, you can see the trade history for this pair. And you can see, you know, what time this trade was initiated, and then you can see the amount that was traded and the addresses that were, you know, initiating these trades. So very cool stuff. I like how they have all of these details here. So if we go back to the dashboard here, the next thing I want to cover is the whale watcher. And you can do that on the Polygon side or the Ether side or Binance, whatever you prefer. So I'm going to click the whale watcher here. And this is an interesting thing to look at because you can see how much dollars are being purchased of a specific crypto amount. Now you can see here we have someone that purchased Hex, and you can see there was a $10,000 order that was purchased in Hex. And if $10,000 is like a little small, you're like, oh, $10,000, that's not really a big amount. Maybe you want to keep track of bigger orders. Maybe you want to say like, I want to see who's trading minimum $100,000 worth of stuff. So we're going to go ahead and filter that. And you can see now it's filtering by orders that are $100,000 or greater. And you can see here that there's a lot of Matic being purchased, Ethereum, and these are obviously a lot of blue chip coins. So you might have to sift through these if you want to see like perhaps maybe somebody's purchasing a smaller coin. And if we hop over to the Uniswap side, you can see that there are people purchasing other various different cryptos on the Ethereum side. And you can see there's someone purchasing a crypto called Sand. Not exactly sure what the Sand token is. And if you want to like look into it because you're curious, you know, you can totally do that here. There's another interesting one here, the Evil Elon token. You can see with the Evil Elon token that there was a $15,000 purchase and then a $13,000 sell right here. And you can, it looks like somebody probably lost about $2,000 here, give or take, if the transaction is the same. So you can go out there and do some detective work by looking through the Etherscan. So the whale watcher is definitely a useful tool, and it gives you pretty good insights to see what mid-sized players and large-sized players are actually doing. Now the next thing I want to cover is the Workstation, and if we actually click on it from the sidebar here, as you can see here, this is a calendar view, and you can go ahead and add events for specific dates. So maybe you know something is coming up on the 20th, and you can say, you know, write a little description here and then save it. That way you don't forget if there's any important events actually happening. And a tool I actually like to pair up with this is a tool called CoinMarketCal. I really like this CoinMarketCal tool because you can see certain significant events that are coming up in the future. So here we can see Binance Coin BNB is going to have a burn on July 18th. So what we can do is we can go to July 18th and say BNB token burn. And then we can save that, and we can see that now it's on our radar, and we know that on Sunday it might be a good idea to sell these tokens. So that's one way to add events. I'm going to go ahead and delete this and show you the other way. The other way is you go to main table, and you can go to the scheduler here. You can search in for BNB, and once you have BNB selected, you can click add. And you can see that BNB is now on here, and you can say what type of event that this is. You know, there's a few preset ones here, but we can give it a new label. We can say token burn. I'll make it orange because fire, burning. Strategy. So what I can do is sell. Perhaps a lot of people are going to be excited about this token burn and they're going to buy in. And we're going to do the opposite. While people are buying in, we're going to sell because we're going to buy some BNB ahead of time and then sell on this date. And we can make some quick profit there. And then we can give it a date of the 18th, as we saw on CoinMarketCal. This is happening on the 18th. Priority, we're going to set this to high, and result. And this is something you want to do last. And you can see like if this was a win, a loss, you know, or whatever labels you want to select here. And again, you can just add any label you want if you want something custom. So now that we added the Binance token to the main table, what we can do is go back and we can see now we have a little BNB icon and we know exactly what's happening on this event date. And then if I go back to CoinMarketCal, I also saw that Ethereum Classic is having a Magento upgrade on the 21st, so we can also add that in and possibly do a similar strategy where we buy the token today and then we sell it on the 21st. So we went ahead and added on our calendar the Binance event and the Ethereum Classic burn, and we can see that they are having the Magento upgrade just as we found on the CoinMarketCal website. So if you're a person who likes to do a lot of research and plan your moves ahead of time, this calendar feature is going to be a critical tool for you to keep up to date with what's happening in the crypto space and to make sure you don't miss out on any important events coming up. Now, the next thing we want to cover is the portfolio section, and to access that, you go to main table, then portfolio, and then here you can see your USDC balance. And right now we don't have anything to show for because it doesn't detect what's in your wallet. What it does is you have to add them in by clicking the add button here. And what I like is you can add Ethereum based blockchain tokens, Binance, or Polygon. So if we wanted to add some Bitcoin in here, we can just search up BTC, click wrapped BTC, add, and it says you've successfully added it, and give it a sec and you can see that Bitcoin is now here. After adding Bitcoin, you can see the value is still $0. So what you have to do is once you have a token selected, you have to add a transaction. So we can go ahead and click plus, and let's just say price per coin. Let's just say we bought some Bitcoin at 15,000. And let's say you bought one coin, and then you have to add the date when you purchased it. I know Bitcoin was around 15,000 in November, so we'll go ahead and say, November 15th, 2020, and then submit. And now you can see with our $15,000 purchase of Bitcoin, our portfolio is worth 30,000 because that's the current price of Bitcoin, as you can see here. And then here you can see a 24-hour update in your entire portfolio change. So if you had like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other coins, it would all be displayed here with the total value balance, as well as the 24-hour change, and another chart here that shows the total profit loss, or the P&L value as well. I did mention earlier that you can have various different blockchains. We could search up something like the Cake token, which is very popular. Go ahead and select it, click add, and you can see that the current price of Cake here is $12, which is indeed true. We can click add. Let's say we purchased them today for $12.11 a piece, and let's say we purchased 100 of them today. And then you can see it updated our value. So let's just say we spent $1,000 on these Cake tokens, and now our balance is the 15 Bitcoin, or the $15,000 worth of Bitcoin we added, as well as the $1,000 worth of Cake. And you can see the total balance over here, the changes, and the profit loss chart. So really cool stuff over here. You can see that you can track multiple coins from different chains. We have an Ethereum Bitcoin here, a Binance chain Cake token over here. And what I like about this over something like CoinGecko is you get the exact price feed coming straight from the Oracle. So it's always going to be accurate and to the T. Here you have a feature called favorites, and we're going to go ahead and add a favorite right now so you can see how these tokens are actually being tracked. So we can go to the search bar up here. We just added Ethereum from the search bar, and we can see that it is up 1% on the 24-hour, and the current price is $19.30. We're going to search for the Bitcoin versus USD. Go ahead and add that in, and we can see the price of Bitcoin is 31,000. And then we'll go ahead and add Hex to the portfolio as well. So you can see we added 3 cryptos, and we can see that Hex is up 9% today. So who knows? Maybe if you see this 9%, you're like, oh, maybe now's a good time to sell if you're holding some. And then when you see a bunch of red, you're like, oh, maybe it's a good time to buy. And anyways, it's just a good way to keep track of some of your favorite coins by searching them over here and then add it, and then they get added here and they update live. Now, another great feature is the vesting schedule, and this is pretty much a few launch pads that they have here that are going to show when new projects are coming out, and you can be an early investor. So for example, on the Ferrum network, you can see that the Inverse project with the ticker XIV is going to be releasing in the seed phase, and this is going to be happening on August 7th. September 7th, and October 7th. So it looks like they're going to have every month there's going to be a round where you can invest, and then it shows you can also invest into Placent as well as BSC View. Now you could just go to the Ferrum Network website and look up the sales yourself, but it's kind of nice to have it on one website where it kind of just puts it straight into your feed. And it's the same with this Kickpad as well. You know, you can just see what projects are coming up and invest into them as well. And how you interact with this is what you do is you click which project you're interested. So you would push the add button, and then it would show up on your calendar view for the August 7th date. And speaking of events, another cool feature that you can find on the calendar view is if you push on the events button up here, you can see some suggested events that actually pop up. You can see this event called Mining Disrupt, and it's going to be happening in Miami in the United States on July 20th. So let's say you're interested in going to this physical event. What you do is you click add to calendar, and you can see, boom, it just got added to our calendar, Mining Disrupt. And if you go to their website, this is happening tomorrow, and you can see here there's a countdown. In 20 hours and 30 minutes, this event is going to be starting, and you can purchase your tickets here. And it's kind of cool, like I never knew about this event, but because InvestDex has this feed of events coming up, you can discover new events that you may not know. The next thing we're going to cover is a thing called the risk management tool, and you can access it by going on the sidebar here. And here you can add some factors to specific tokens. So here we're going to do Ethereum. Let's go ahead and add 15 Ethereum. And let's say we want to sell at around $4,000 per token, and then buy date, you can say like 11/15/2020. And I actually did purchase 15 Ethereum at this point. I purchased them for around $500 per Ethereum. And the sell date, I haven't sold them, so we can go ahead and calculate where we're at with this current trade. And you can see once we hit the calculate button, we have the slider we can drag around, and it gives us a few data points on how much we can actually profit and how much our target value is for our aimed price. So we're aiming for $4,000 to sell at, and once we sell, we're gonna sell for $60,000. Anyways, and you can kind of drag the slider around to see like some parameters here on what your profit ratio is gonna be, as well as how risky it is. And it's just a pretty cool tool to keep track of, you know, how to manage your risk and get a gauge of where things are at with your current trade. Now, the next thing I want to cover with this app is the little profile button here. And real quick, if you don't like dark mode, you can always select it in light mode, but I personally prefer it in dark mode. But anyways, if we go to the personal info section here, we can see we do have an actual profile. So if you want, you can go ahead and click this, and you can add your profile picture here, which I guess I'll go ahead and add the DefiWalk logo in, and you can see it's been updated, and that's our avatar now, as you can see in the corner here. Pretty cool stuff. You can add your name. You know, we'll do like a DefiWalk. You can also add your email here as well. It shows you what your wallet is, and you can change it to either English or Chinese. We're gonna go ahead and do it back to English. Here we have notifications, and the notifications are a pretty cool feature because you can enable desktop notifications, and it's going to notify you via browser. And some of the things you can be notified about is gas alerts. So if Ethereum gas is low, you can get alerted like, hey, maybe now's a good time to do some trades to save a few $100 on gas fees. You know, if you have a few target prices for cryptos, maybe you're looking to buy Ethereum at like 1,500 if it keeps dipping, you know, and you have a price target set, you can turn that on. And then you have a few other features here that you can add, and you can also be alerted via Telegram once you connect your Telegram chat ID into this field here, and then you click save. So this has been a review on the InvestDex app, and if we scroll down here, we can see that they do have some pretty good partners here. They have BSC Pad and a few other guys that are helping fund this project and move it forward, and I really like how much progress they've made so far. And then you can also see a roadmap here on what they've achieved and what their plans are in the future, and it looks like they're a pretty good company overall, and it's a good place to actually keep track and manage your DeFi portfolio. And one more thing to note is that this is a freemium application. So if you're just a free user, these are the features you're gonna get. If you wanna be a pro user, you get these features here, and you have to pay 10K in invest tokens. You don't pay, you just have to hold these tokens. And if they detect that you're holding these tokens, you get access to these features here. And then you have the platinum feature, which gives you everything. So if you're looking for a crypto community to join, be sure to join our Discord channel. And in the Discord channel, we do have various farms that we talk about and specific blockchain networks. And then we also have a list of low risk and medium risk farms where you can make some passive income with your crypto. And if you have any questions, you're more than welcome to join us here and we can help you out. If this video brought you value, I'd really appreciate it if you hit the like button. And if you want to stay up to date with how to make passive income with your crypto, be sure to click that subscribe button. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.